Tonight, the meter starts again at 0 with a much refreshed team. And the noises coming out of Molineux are good on that front. Here, though, is Morris for Manchester City. Morris across goal, Raheem Sterling's there to meet it. Leander Dendoncker might have met it before him. Little matter, Manchester City lead. They won't be comfortable while they're just 1-0 up. By Moutinho, it's a good header, it's an equaliser for Wolverhampton Wanderers. Skipper's goal for Connor Cody. Well, you can never be sure. Whilst it's won, it's not over. And City have to do it again now. Mahrez, super ball, Kyle Walker, and Jesus! Pummels Manchester City back into the lead. The very notion of drop points insults them. Nuno had come so far. Wolves have got to go again. Jesus unforgivingly. They'll be greedy for more. And here's Gundogan, and here's Sterling, and here's Mahrez. City's points again. They win again and again. 21 on the spin, and Wolves are finally floored once and for all. Tough old game at the top level because you are playing against top opponents, and Riyad Mahrez is certainly one of those. Looking for a fourth goal as well as a fourth trophy. Here's Gundogan! Good save, Rui Patricio, followed in by Gabriel Jesus, but the flag is up, that one.
Yeah, well, goal difference is not exactly a worry, is it?
What is the worry? Remind me.
There isn't one. There absolutely isn't one.
Goal! Gabriel Jesus does have 2, Manchester City do have 4, and that was the final touch. Gundogan. Ilkay Gundogan! It's taken City 5 minutes, no more. And Ilkay Gundogan, who is in the scoring groove right now, is on target once more. He is in a very good place right now. Well, if it's not one thing, it's another. And João Cancelo's goal was a beauty, while some stood still. And it's a brilliant strike. Peculiar header, O'Shea away. Sawyers can't keep it from Gundogan. It's Ilkay Gundogan. It's 3-0 Manchester City. They're ripping this up. Beyond credible. Going to be top of the league tonight. Floated out towards Mahrez. Riyad Mahrez! Oh, brilliant. They're just awesome. Untouchable, relentless, remorseless. Class of their own. If Manchester City maintain this form between now and May, well, anybody who finishes above them deserves to be champions. Just how hungry Manchester City are. Rodri. Mahrez! And passed in by Raheem Sterling. Manchester City have 5 on the road. They're going to take some stopping now. How good's that? My boys, my boys. Like a purring headmaster. To say they have found their stride is to understate criminally. Hugo Lloris has saved penalties in this fixture from Kun Aguero. He has a new face-to-face adversary now. He got a hand to it but couldn't keep it out, and Rodri establishes a lead for Manchester City. Here's Sterling having a dance, and Gundogan has such a good goal. Amongst City's men of the moment, it's becoming a habit, nor has he any inclination to break it. Ilkay Gundogan again. Gundogan, he sat down Sanchez and he scored again. The guy can do no wrong. A wonderful clearance from Edison, but boy, did Gundogan not maximise the moment. That's a special goal. Sweet 16, hugely sweet for Pep Guardiola. 7 points clear at the top of the Premier League, 23 games unbeaten. Ilkay Gundogan is remarkable right now. Jose and Spurs had no answer. Manchester City 3, Tottenham Hotspur 0. In by Zinchenko, taken by Foden. Gundogan's on the twist and scoring a truly super goal. That is Manchester City at their best. De Bruyne picked up the pieces. Foden too. It's another smashing City goal. Once their head of steam is up, there's A tough old task ahead for anyone who wants to stop them. Now Sterling's in a race, and he is very quick. Raheem Sterling, eyeball to eyeball, around Conte. He sits down Mendy and hits the inside of the post, and De Bruyne follows up, and Manchester City are 3-0 up at the Bridge. They are quite a sight. Sterling. And Foden, and Gundogan, and City do lead at Anfield. A redemptive moment for Ilkay Gundogan, and the champions are behind on their own patch again. Oh, again. Poor clearance from Alisson. Here's Foden. He's got between two, and Foden set it for Gundogan, and City have their lead back. And once more, Liverpool's crown slips on their head. Alisson's given it away again. And there's Raheem Sterling, and City now storm into a position which may very well be impregnable. 2 Alisson errors in next to no time. Here's Foden. Phil Foden! Oh, ho, ho! Manchester City have their boots on the throat of the champions. That is a screamer from Phil Foden. They are fizzing away. Nowhere to hide. Nowhere to hide. Boy, Liverpool will struggle to retain it now. That City might regain it is a notion gathering credence all the time. City magnificent, Liverpool crushed. Wide again by Walker for De Bruyne. De Bruyne's cross! Manchester City's lead. Ruben Dias powering in unnoted. It took the best part of half an hour. It still felt entirely inevitable. And once more, Pep has his way. Here's Fornals, and Soufal is galloping. It's Vladimir Soufal, it's Jesse Lingard, Antonio on the line, West Ham level.
What an excellent goal, what a brilliant goal that was from West Ham.
Mahrez, problem for Johnson. Mahrez, Stones! Smashing crisp finish from the centre-half. Unhesitatingly pure. Improbably, Manchester City's number 5 has swept them back into the lead. And City win again. Who's keeping count? 20 in a row for Pep and Manchester City. Who's keeping up? And Manchester City march majestically on. And so in Paris, la raison d'être for 2 of the hyper-modern, hyper-moneyed, hyper-powers of the European game. A tie which speaks to the very essence of their 21st century existence. This is the point of their power, the reason for their wealth. It is the Champions League that lights the fire in their bellies. And so, as Pep himself has instructed his players, enjoy. In by Di Maria and in by Marquinhos! Towering captain's header! And Paris Saint-Germain are on their way. And it's inescapably the case that PSG have made the early running. De Bruyne, one of those who will certainly threaten, will certainly scheme. In by De Bruyne, all the way in! A freak of such extreme value! Deliberate or otherwise, he plotted a path that just might help take City to the final. Bang centre. De Bruyne is the chairman of the committee, and some of the best in the business behind the ball. It's Mahrez! Oh, it's a beauty! He has fisted in for Manchester City, who have come from behind and lead beneath the Eiffel Tower. Riyad Mahrez, the Algerian born in the Parisian suburbs, has come to his native city and scored one of the goals of his dreams, and indeed the dreams of Pep Guardiola. A decade without a Champions League final, and now in pole position. And that'll do for now. It'll more than do for Manchester City. It is tantalising for City. They can feel it. They can reach out and almost touch it. It is a game which is every bit as absorbing as we anticipated it would be. Okay, thank you, good evening. It is time for return on investment. A grim, freakishly cold, uninviting Mancunian night of rain and hail. Istanbul a world away, 2,000 miles away, 25 days away, and yet so very close. Only one of Manchester City and Paris Saint-Germain will fly to the banks of the Bosphorus for the game of games. There are players who just catch your eye, and there are players on both sides. Neymar born to occasions such as this. Zinchenko was aware of it. Zinchenko can pull it back. Kevin De Bruyne is onto it. And there goes Mahrez! Massive breakthrough moment for Manchester City. Clear daylight for Pep. They're closing in. City are closing in. And right now, it is City's to lose and Pochettino's to chase. It is unravelling for Paris Saint-Germain. High stakes and angry, this football match now. And assuming Manchester City keep their heads, this is theirs. A lot of space in the Parisian half, and Foden can drive into it, and De Bruyne can receive, and Foden will play it across, and Mahrez will score, and Manchester City will start to pack their bags for Istanbul. Riyad Mahrez again. They are half an hour away. Neymar incandescent and lost. City celebratory, Pochettino drenched. He no longer feels the rain. Pep Guardiola, Neymar and his Parisian pals are beginning to think they need 3 goals. They really are relishing this now, they are loving it. Manchester City reach out for utopia. Champions League finalists for the very first time. Not long ago, a far-fetched fantasy. Their dream has become real. City will play their game of games. City will go eyeball to eyeball with destiny. There's no time like the first time. And 25 nights from now, a blue moon will rise over Istanbul. City's champagne is back on ice. Exasperating for Pep Guardiola. City must wait. And Leicester City have hit Manchester City for 5. Manchester City are crushed. The pretty picture has just worsened. City dumbfounded. Is there a way back? City have been brilliant, Jim. We know that. They almost certainly will be brilliant again, but how much harder is it for them off the back of a defeat?
Well, it shouldn't be, because it doesn't really do any damage to their title. So I think Manchester City will be able to regroup, reset pretty quickly and not be psychologically affected at all.
Diaz has a super ball, Zinchenko's onto it, Foden's onto it, McCarthy saved, and De Bruyne via the crossbar watches it over the line, and Manchester City have their lead. Rattle towards Mahrez. Rolled in for Bernardo Silva and tucked home by Phil Foden. What a beautiful goal from Manchester City. Immaculately constructed and certainly tucked away by one of the young players of his generation. Bernardo Silva, Rodri, 2-1 City. Smart, authoritative near-post flick. And the would-be champions have come from behind to lead. The would-be champions go again. Thrashed into the path of Mahrez, and this is dangerous now. It's Riyad Mahrez! Oh, that's a smashing finish. Handed him on a plate, but boy did he gobble it up. Adams hangs his head. Mahrez looks upward in self-adulation. It's a super goal. De Bruyne, Mahrez, what a lovely take from Riyad Mahrez. What lovely feet from Riyad Mahrez. Touched onto the post and touched home by İlkay Gündoğan. And City have space. How beautiful was that from the dancing Algerian. Gündoğan's task was the simplest. By Salisu, pounced upon by Fernandinho. And Foden. And Mahrez. Yes! So crisp, so sharp, so certain, so City. There's no catching them now. They are flying away. City appear in the mood, but here's Redmond for Southampton, and there's Armstrong, and here's Adams, and Southampton strikes straight back. Crazy game. No one yet ready to surrender. Walker, Foden, De Bruyne, oh, superb! 5! And there are good ones in there. And Kevin De Bruyne has a couple of them now.
It's excellent. And now he and Mahrez have got a competition as to who's going to get 3 first.
Once again, masters of their own terrain, and starting what he hopes will be a brand new winning habit. Fernandinho, Bernardo Silva, Torres! Finally they picked their way through. A moment that has felt inevitable for half an hour's second half football has finally occurred. Ferran Torres with the telling stroke of the ball. And Sterling forcing back Ayling. That's brilliant from Raheem Sterling. Raheem Sterling finds the bottom corner with utter assurance. Flicked out to Fernandinho through the crowd. Surely to have won it. They're going back. They're going back again. Manchester City just own this thing. Now De Bruyne, his favourite little pocket. And in for Jesus. Oh, that's sumptuous. How cute was that? He is a clever, clever boy. And he's dragged City level. Flicked out by Justin and fired back spectacularly by Riyad Mahrez. Now that is a goal and a half.
That is pure and perfect.
And so the very fixture which will establish the champions of our continent can first establish the champions of our land. Jesus looking to change it. He's away from Christensen. Gabriel Jesus. Kun Aguero didn't score. Raheem Sterling did. Nicked it off the toe of the 10. And Manchester City are 47 minutes away from being champions again. City surely the 2021 inevitables in a flurry of action over the last 10 minutes plus. They pulled away as so often in the past. You cannot imagine they can be caught from here. Mahrez. De Bruyne! Oh, he's in the mood! Party day! Kevin De Bruyne, the first to toast. Jesus, it is Gabriel Jesus. That is calm, clinical, clever. It's classic Manchester City. Up for it, bubbly, happening, champions football. And Phil Foden, fun, flair Foden, indicating the source of the goal, but enjoying the execution of it as the champions pull clear. Stolen by Fernandinho, it is Sergio Aguero! Fairy tale farewell! The fantasy goal! Goodbye and thank you. Fernandinho, Aguero! Beyond the realms! He doesn't just dream, he dreams big. One great moment after another. A decade of delight. And now a day of personal celebration for Sergio Aguero. Goodbye with greed. Just champion, perfect, utopian. It was a haunting season, but the show went on. Football's sunshine did break through the clouds. In a context without precedent, despite it all, through it all, the champions of 2021 are Manchester City.